Hi betting experts, on Thursday, June the 20th, the third day of Royal Ascot. Fast ground expected. This is another cracking day's racing, the highlight of which the Gold Cup at 4:25, and that's where we go for our betting expert daily nap. And I think Kyprios represents a short price banker here for the punters. Now, Aidan O'Brien's top class stayer has been trained for this Group 1 prize all season, and I think he's a class above some fairly exposed rivals. He's got a terrific record, 10 wins from 14 career starts. He's often a bigger price than he should be despite that record, because he is workmanlike. He takes plenty of shoving along. He hasn't got an explosive turn of foot, and I think a lot of the time he dosses around in front, so he doesn't win by wide margins. I think fast ground will help him more, sure to be extremely positive, and I think he's going to take plenty of passing here if this turns into a proper stamina test, which it almost certainly will do. All of Aidan's horses needed a run. They were 6 weeks behind at the start of the season, but they're all fully fit now, bouncing. He's maintaining a really good strike rate, and I'll be disappointed if Kyprios is beaten. Our betting expert value angle selection goes in the 505, the Britannia, a huge field heritage handicap, and I think Blue Lemons at around 25 to 1 is very overpriced. Richard Hannon been going very well in the last couple of weeks, and he's a promising handicapper. He's shaped a lot better than the Bear result in 2 warm contests so far this season. He's only run 6 times, and I think much faster ground will suit him. He's been running on ground with cut in it and travelling strongly and not quite seeing things out, but I think he's ahead of this mark. Pat Dobbs is booked. I think he'll go really well at a big price. The remaining 5 races on ITV on Thursday, we'll spin through them in time order, starting with the 2:30, the Group 2 Norfolk Stakes. A very interesting runner here is Shareholder from the red-hot Carl Burkyard. Carl has had a fantastic season, big breakthrough winners on Saturdays, 6 winners in the last fortnight. Shareholder was a stable nap, thought to be their best 2-year-old, sent off a very heavily supported favourite first time up in a hot race at Beverley a couple of weeks ago. Watch that run back. He only scrambled home, which is going to help with the price this afternoon, but he missed the break. He was green as grass. He was on the wrong part of the track. They just don't win up the middle at Beverley in those races, having missed the break and left with ground to make up, but he picked up strongly to edge out a useful rival of Fahey's. I think he'll improve a stone for that run. James Doyle knows him well, has been booked for the ride, and I think he'll go really close. The 305, the King George V, a handicap, a really open race this. I think it's at least 10 to 1 the field on form. One of those 10 to 1 chances is French Duke from the Roger Varian yard. Varian, another yard flying, 6 winners in the last fortnight. This one is a maiden, but he starts off into handicaps from a pretty lenient mark, and I think he'll settle for the first time. He's been free and not quite getting home in maiden company, but his latest run was a really good one, and I think this opening mark underestimates him. The Ribblesdale at 3:45, a Group 2. Well, Kalpana comes from another yard flying along Andrew Balding. She's a progressive filly. She bumped into a real smart one when turned over at 6 to 4 on at Newmarket last time out. The pair pulling 12 lengths clear of the rest. That was a solid run. This looks like a better race on paper, but I think it's probably a weaker renewal than normal, and Kalpana should take plenty of beating. The 5:40, the Hampton Court, a Group 3. Well, Bracken's Laugh. Richard Hughes has always thought it's the best horse he's ever trained so far. A strapping, scopy performer. I thought he shaped really well when second behind the well-backed Capulet at Chester last time out. I don't think a muddling small field suited him. I think much faster ground will help. Danny Tudhope's been booked. He's been riding really well, and I think Bracken's Laugh should go really close, likely to get a much more positive ride here. And finally at 6:15, the Buckingham Palace, a wide open handicap. Well, Awal is a very interesting runner. He's been a non-runner, I think probably 5 times in the last few months. Various reasons, mainly ground related, but I think this decent fast surface will suit him. He often attracted hefty market confidence last season without delivering for punters, but the way he tanked through several big heritage handicaps suggests he's ahead of this mark. I'm sure he's going to be fully fit for this prestigious prize, and I very much like the fact they booked Sheen Murphy for the ride. Best of luck with all 7 ITV races at Royal Ascot on Thursday, betting experts.